My mic is ready to go.
Get a little color in the face. You just gotta slap yourself around a little bit. All right.
I like a butterfly.
Actually, it's more like this hand. Wait, what? Oh, it is this hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
My hand is bigger than the Terminator's.
Awesome. Poor man's opium. We used to love doing resin back in the old Dizzy. Sometimes I actually really like it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude.
I'm gonna turn the guy's audio down.
Yeah, I better turn him down. Just a picture of the toads who run the country. Like that. Oh my god.
Yeah. Who are they? They all look like they have shit stains and it's
It's one. We're live.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last stream.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Welcome to the last stream on the left, everyone. I'm Ben Kissel, that's Henry, that's Marcus, and I guess Henry's got long nipples there. Got long danglers. Oh my god, R.I.P., I love her.
She'd make a sexy skeleton. Do you think if we dug up her skeleton that we could
Well,
like,
the
play
thing
with
is,
the bones and it'd still like pop your nuts off?
I don't know. I think we were talking about this backstage at the Independent. By the way, amazing venue in San Francisco. We had such a great time this weekend. Thank you. Do they remove the implants when they make you a corpse? When they put you in the old in the coffin, or do they leave them on?
Why would they remove them?
Well, they give them to somebody else.
Well, I bet if you opened up her coffin, I bet all of her flesh would be gone. It would just be a couple of implants sitting on a rib cage.
Can you imagine the poor Polish man who had to shut the coffin and just
Why does I have to bury you every time, Wade? Squish, 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 squish. One last time, I hope your angel gets fucked enough.
Hey. All right, I got to give a shout out. Jessica Fortson. It's her sister's birthday. Her sister is Jennifer Dornick. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Very
Gamers,
special
like,
time.
I don't know if you guys do that as a couple, like when you do the thing where you like pretend to be dead, and then like you try to like make like a thing out of it, or it's like like you'll like pretend to die until someone goes, "Wake up, Marcus, Marcus, Marcus," and she gets like almost kind of upset with the fact that. Not the
Like
chokeout
the
game. That's
chokeout
your
game?
fucking crew.
Is that what you're going to the high school kids or middle school
I
kids?
think
Tom
It's the
DeSalvo?
chokeout game.
No,
No! Oh my goodness!
no, I know what you're talking
That
about.
middle
Yeah.
school kids do it
I'm
because
talking
they
about
got to
the thing
get
where
the
it's
cheap
like, I'll
high.
pretend to be dead, and then Natalie come over and be like, wake me up, like, Henry, wake up, and then I pretend to be dead, and it's like a funny little game. When she pretends to be dead, though, she gets mad, because sometimes what I'll do is if she pretends to die, I'll touch the boobies one last time while she's still warm. And I know that, now that I know that for a fact is what I'm probably going to do if she dies in the bed with me.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens to the elderly. They have their husband or wife just kind of lie in the bed for a couple of months before they call the police.
Wait, so you're saying that you guys
No, it's not a role
role-played each
play.
other's
it's like
death?
a couple's game. It's like a thing that couples do. It's like when you do the thing when you come home and you're like, oh, and then she's eventually like, stop it, Henry, stop it, stop it, and you go, oh, and then she begins to slowly become like actually worried that you've gone insane or like you've become a monster.
All right. Also, we had a birthday shout out, Jennifer Dorgan. Happy birthday! It's your special day. Have a good time with it. Let's see. So we're gonna take a bunch of phone calls.
That we are.
We got some really fun videos.
That we do.
We've definitely caught up on Henry's disgusting relationship
It's
with
weird.
his corpse wife, I guess.
You gotta get it while she's warm, though. And I honestly, because that's just true, I'm not trying to fuck her.
Oh, isn't that nice?
It just happens to be that my first instinct that if she dies horribly, tragically, ruining my life, right? I would.
Like Fatty Arbuckle, you rolled over on her a whole
I'm
bunch.
talking about like a brain aneurysm. I would go up there and I would.
Why are you even
No,
throwing
I'm
these
not. I'm trying
suggestions
not
into
to.
the
I'm just saying
world?
that I would touch her boobies one last time before we died. I actually think that that's sweet.
That's kind of sweet.
Technically, you've said something sweet. Okay, Sony on the chat says, what do you think of Chris Benoit? Great wrestler, horrible murderer, or both? We're actually going to cover Benoit very soon.
Yes, we are.
And
I'll
honestly,
tell you
we
what,
would have to
or
say
you just,
both.
You know, we all want to get rid of our families at some point, right? I mean, he's a wrestler. He's on the road all the time. It's got to be a hassle having to check in all the time with these kids and his fucking wife.
Yep. Doing the roids on the road with an alcohol habit. That's
Roids make you
guaranteed
angry.
disaster.
So what?
They
What
do.
do
They
you
shrink
do
it.
when
They
Daddy's
shrink
on
it.
roids? Don't make Daddy angry.
No, you're not. Definitely not. Also, Mikey Winter, CM Punk or Seth Rollins shirt for the LA live show. CM Punk. Seth Rollins is a hack. All right.
Cool. I'll take a Mick Foley shirt.
Ooh,
I'll
I
have
like
one
him.
from
He fell off a
Descartes,
cage.
my favorite author.
All right. Well, do you want to do a phone call or should we do a video first?
Let's start it off with the video.
All right, let's do it.
My favorite YouTube star,
this guy.
Ricky Tick.
You see that mountain over there? I'm gonna climb that there mountain.
Good Lord.
Oh, no. Wait, make sure you put up his name. Make sure we give him credit.
Oh, you see,
a
this is
Ricky
also-
Tick production.
Oh, Ricky, can we watch? What mask is that? Is that a specific mask? Is it like a Nixon meets Reagan mask? What's happening?
I think that's
Yes.
just a generic old man mask. There's an old man mask that you can find in any
It's like
mask
in
store,
a-
and Ricky
a
Tick
Drive.
found his.
I like
When he
that.
puts the old man mask on to have sex with, what's her name? With the...
You're talking about the Quiet movie from the Hot Guy.
Scorpion
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah.
Techno music.
Right. Mm-hmm. Ryan Gosling didn't say anything in that whole movie.
That is,
and everyone's
but
just
that's
like,
real
great
acting.
acting.
When you could do
Great
that
acting.
thing
He
where
didn't
you
talk.
got a toothpick in your mouth and just go,
What? Just like an immobile drunk at every
Yeah.
Texas bar is the best actor on earth? Huh. I thought the women loved that role, though.
Yeah, they
Perfect
did.
man. Nice jacket, great abs.
he had
big.
to have been packaged.
And
I saw Ryan Gosling once in person.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
is the size of a
Really?
lawn ornament. Like, he is very, very small, but you know he's got a peg leg, and that's the reason why he's so confident. He can just sit there. Also, you need
Yeah.
a cool fucking jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Paris, her dad is watching. He's 65 years old today. It's his
Wait a
birthday.
second.
Happy birthday, Paris.
Have
His
we
dad, you
become
raised a
Good
very
Morning
hot daughter.
America?
Happy birthday.
Am I out?
This is our version of it. Honestly, we're doing this at 8 p.m. and for our audience, this is morning.
Yeah.
They just woke up at 7, so hey, everybody, how
Victory
are
and
you?
Vengeance,
Hello.
I know
Kids are
it's
fine.
drive. They're all just saying drive, 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 drive. I know it's drive. I was talking about
Yeah, we know
what's
it's
her
drive.
name.
Yeah,
We
know
called
it's
it Drive.
What's her name?
What
No,
is, is she impregnated?
The girl from
She's
Mad
impregnated?
Men with the...
Oh, Natasha Lyonne.
No.
Natasha
Christina Hendricks.
No. Hendrick.
Christina Hendricks.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Katie says it was her birthday 4 days ago.
What is
Happy
this?
birthday 4 days ago.
Are we going to start
Katie.
visiting people on their 109th
Oh, it's her
birthday?
Oh, and And little Timmy is celebrating his 100th day alive. The doctor said he would only live to 90 days, but we
Why didn't you
100 days
abort
for
me
little
already?
Timmy.
He made it. Let's take a phone call.
All right, let's do it. Hello, how are you? You're on the air with the last stream
Before
on
you
the left,
speak,
morning show edition.
Anybody who calls into this
Uh-oh.
show this evening has to have made some sort of sexual relations with the said Bigfoot or Big Feet. Now tell me, have you ever been ravaged,
okay.
quote unquote, which is the nice word for wrapped, by the Bigfoot?
Well, I think you scared the caller, Henry.
Hello. I think we just now got
hi.
the caller.
Hey, how are you? What's up,
I'm
dude?
doing
How
great.
are you? You do have to answer the query. You ever met a Bigfoot? Ever been kissed by a Bigfoot?
What?
Get with the program. Have you ever made love to a
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot? If not, you're going to have to call the other line, the
Bigfoot.
miscellaneous line.
No, never.
Okay, hang up on him.
I don't know. No, let's give him a shot. Maybe it was
wait.
traumatic. It was a traumatic incident. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's married and stuff. What's up, dude? How you doing? Do you have a question
We
or
hung
anything
up
like
on
that?
him.
There's
We hung
really
up
nothing
right here. I have the
specific here that we
control.
asked. You
Oh,
hung up on it.
Jesus.
All right, well, let's do another
I can control here.
It's in
The
hang
calls
up
are
mode.
coming
It's
through
hitting
to
up
me
Henry
on this side.
Zabrowski, everybody. Okay, well, let's just hit another call then. Try not to hang up on this one. Hey, how are you, dude? Thanks for calling in.
What's up? Tell me, have you ever made love to a Bigfoot or a man or a woman that looks like a Bigfoot?
Hang up on him. You can't hear the guy. Oh, my goodness. He's listening to the show.
Hang up on it. Trash that one. Get us another one.
Good Lord Almighty. Oh, my God.
Number 3. Let's go.
Let's go. Whitney Lewis is trying to call in. Whitney, keep on calling.
Hey.
Hey, how are you? We got, I feel like we're like in that movie. What was that one where they...
Inception?
Inception.
Hey, turn down the feed.
What is happening? It's like a radio show. You got to turn it down. Okay, hello. How are you? Thanks for calling in. What's going on?
Hey, Whitney.
Hey, what's up, Whitney Lewis? I just saw you on Twitter.
I've been trying to call you guys so many times.
That's it.
Whitney, let me ask you this question. Have you ever been made love to by a Bigfoot, or how large is your wife, husband, boyfriend?
No on the Bigfoot. Never on the Bigfoot, sorry.
I'm going to have to unfortunately hang up on you.
No, don't
do not
hang up.
on
No,
Whitney
don't.
Lewis.
Do not hang
She's
up
a
on her.
beautiful woman. Okay, Whitney, what do you
I
want?
just wanted to say hi to you guys. I've been listening to your show for years.
Okay, hello.
Okay, question. All right, thank you, first of all. But if you were...
Thank you.
That's very nice of you. Do not
I
ask
did
her
not-
about having sex with her father. Make the Henry challenge. No sex in the question. Can you come up with a question that does not
Would you-
involve sex? Make a pizza.
Make a pizza?
That would
That's my
work.
question to you.
What was the question?
Would you make a pizza, Whitney? Would you make a pizza?
Would I make a pizza? Oh, yeah, I love pizza.
Great. Thank you so much for your call.
All right. Thank you. You know, you can go back to your previous line of questioning. All right, let's move on. Thank you so much for calling, Whitney. It's great to have you as a
Thank you,
listener.
Whitney.
We love you very
Big
much.
ups to
You're
you and your
beautiful in
family.
every way. Yes, absolutely. All right. Ryan Gosling's brother was eaten by a shark and his
They're
father
trying to
was shot.
resurrect our Kelsey
We're
Grammer.
not going to go down.
Beautiful run
Yeah.
of thought last week.
Absolutely. All right, so do you want to do another video?
Sure.
No, this is cat news, correct?
This is not only cat news, this is Russian cat news.
Ooh. This video is, I guess as far as Russia goes, the cutest thing that's ever come from the country.
It's a cat named Boris.
Oh, yes.
And Boris has found some bread.
Uh-oh.
And Boris, like any good Russian, once he finds some bread, he's not going to let go.
What kind of bread
No,
do they
that's
have over
Greek,
there? Baklava?
idiots.
Baklava.
Отдай булку мне.
Their bread is called sklor. It's made out of dead kids and birds.
Это булку, дурак.
No,
Отдай,
I don't know.
отдай мне булку.
Oh, it's so
Отдай
cute.
булку мне.
I don't want like a. This should belongs on like the ceiling of a dentist
Боря, это
office.
что такое?
Hang in
This
there.
cat knows
Never
exactly
give
Булку
how
up.
to
мне
keep
отдай.
Go get your bread.
Боря,
Girlfriend
булку
in your
мне
life.
отдай.
You just fucking stick your claws
Oh, yeah.
into that
Боря,
human being until they
отдай мне
never leave,
булку,
until they're a fucking
пожалуйста.
skeleton.
Отдай мне булку. Откуси ты уже кусок себе.
You do have to spay or neuter your cats.
Yeah.
That's
Боря.
for sure because that's. What is it? Viral?
Is the cat after it is spayed or
Успокойся,
neutered?
отдай мне булку.
Oh, he won't let go.
Боря,
I love the way the cats,
Боря.
like when they're really trying hard, they look like
отдай мне
they're sleeping.
булку. Отдай мне булку. Боря.
You're gonna love the final
Это
conclusion
что
to this
такое,
video. It
Боря,
is
отдай мне
epic.
булку.
Wants the bread.
Ну, Боря, бля.
She's about to live the hard way.
Ты долго висишь?
That cat's not giving up so easy.
This is family's bread. Cat is not candy bread. Whoa.
It's kind of funny, but yeah, you know that's like a month's worth of family bread.
Гадина.
They had to wait online for a
That's not
month
right.
for that bread. And then Garfield comes in
Yep.
there, carb wild.
Oh my goodness. It's not right
They're-
what they're up to over there. But
I
that
read
did
an
look like some tasty
article
bread.
on salon.com that said, now, yeah, it said the Russians
Salon?
were dealing with our election, and that to me is Henry Zabrowski, Dikembe Mutombo, no.
Well, yeah, you can imagine that's how dangerous the cats are.
Tell
Just
me
think
about
the
it. You know
political
how you
operatives.
get
Oh
that
my
cat
God.
to get off that bread, start pissing all over it like our president, it will be satisfied by that hot, warm dicky juice.
It's possible. All right. Do we want to do another phone call?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the hotlines. Henry, make it a.
Hey, thank
Yo,
you for
what's up,
calling
dude?
last stream on the left. Tell me if you've ever been raped by Bigfoot.
Yes.
Oh my
Did you say
goodness,
yes?
Henry, inappropriate.
Yes, I have.
Now, can
He
you
said
please
no.
describe it?
No, I'm playing.
Oh!
All right. What do you want other than Henry's disgusting question?
I'm great.
How are
Thank you for giving me my 4-day-ago birthday shout-out. I really appreciate that.
What? That sounds passive aggressive.
You got a happy
That's
4
passive
days ago birthday.
Um,
No, it's very cool. How old are you now?
I'm 24. 24 on the 24th, my magic birthday.
What did
That's
you
a great
use
age.
your one
That's a
wish
great
for?
age.
To not die, I guess.
Wow. Keeping it basic.
Hey, all right, there it is. That's
Wish
a
come
good
No.
true.
Good wish. Any other query do you have?
I
Do you
did.
have
I
any
had a question. So I'm reading a book currently by Gavin DeBecker called The Gift of Fear. And I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it kind of
No.
tells you to trust your intuition and whether like you kind of feel like somebody has wrong intentions. It's almost kind of related to like serial killers in a way because it teaches you or it tells you how to deal with like people who may have, you know, the bad intuitions for you or bad things for you. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys had heard of it.
Trust your gut.
Was this a gift given to you?
Yeah, trust your gut. But
Trust your guts. Was this a gift that you got 4 days ago on
no,
your birthday?
I got this for Christmas.
Oh. Oh.
But it's really interesting. I
That's a
suggest
scary
you guys
gift.
give it a
Yes.
read. It's pretty awesome.
Well, that's good. Sometimes we get callers and sometimes we get homework assignments.
Well,
And this is a homework
here you
assignment,
go.
But I like that.
Hey, that's really nice. You see, what I use
I
is
love
I
it.
have a form of crude spider sense where I can sit and imagine pretty much everyone that I've ever met is trying to murder me.
Oh,
So
good.
I just keep
Good.
everyone at
They
at
are,
arm's
Henry.
distance.
You should write a book about it.
I will.
Okay,
It's called
well,
arm's distance rule.
Yes.
Never hug me. That's it. You can never
Yeah.
hug a slippery man. The arm distance rule. The idea is always being greased up, covered in Vaseline.
That's a great
Just in
point.
case any of these people in this studio or the people I've worked with for fucking 15 years decide to go off on me.
Great.
There it is.
Well, thank you
Well,
guys.
thank you so much for calling. Happy birthday 4 days ago.
Awesome.
Happy birthday. There's another book that's somewhat similar to that. It's called The Sociopath Next Door if you want to get really paranoid about stuff. There's a story in there about one sociopath who became a psychiatrist specifically so she could gaslight people.
Isn't that fun for her?
Yeah.
But then you can't trust your neighbor, though.
Yeah, you can't trust your neighbor. This woman spent 5 years at the same mental hospital just gaslighting people. And she lied about her credentials by sleeping with the heads of psychiatry departments who were married and telling them that if they did not give her recommendations to this hospital, she would tell their wives that they had slept with her.
Whoa.
Smart. Now she's thinking.
That's
Now she's thinking.
Lasted 5 years at that place.
Absolutely.
And then after she got caught, she just moved to another place. And because she had gaslit so many patients, the hospital had no choice but to say nothing. Because if they were to say anything, they would have 5 years of lawsuits to deal with.
That's interesting.
Not all psychopaths
dude,
are
they're
killers.
everywhere.
Good
We're all
most of them
fucked.
are.
One in 20, reportedly,
that-
1 in 25 Americans are sociopaths.
Well, and I think they're all working at Uber right now. Because that's been a nightmare. Uber
I've
has
had a great
fallen
time
off.
with Uber. Uber's been good for me, except for
Crazy.
in San Francisco,
Really?
where everyone is insane.
Well, you know, I gotta say, the homeless population is doing very well. All of our
So many
girlfriends got a
free
lot of compliments.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we're so many, like compliments. Oh, we didn't want, and then I got a lot of like, hey, big white guy, doing good. And I was like, thank you very much. And that man was in a wheelchair with one leg.
There's nothing
and so
that
said,
I love
"Thank you for
better
your
than a
service."
man sitting in a basket on the street with no feet telling me just how far he'd like to stick his face inside of my girlfriend's asshole. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that's
It is.
encouraging. That's encouraging.
No, I had a great time. Like, I didn't really have any harass me. I just had one woman look at my Pink Panther shirt and say, "How much for your shirt if I want to buy?"
And what did you charge her?
I went, "Heh." Gave her some finger guns, and she
lot
kept
of thumbs
walking.
up.
I did a lot of thumbs up. I did a lot of fist bumps. Yeah, a guy came up to Henry and I was like, "You got any money?" And I was like, and then I said no, and he's like, "You got no
And
love
he
for me?"
did,
I
and
said,
then
"I got love for you in
it
my
pacified
heart."
him.
And then we shook
And I had
hands.
the guy come up to me and said, "I'm gonna fucking
Yes.
kill you," and then I'm sorry. Like he just realized in the moment that he said that he was gonna kill me. He spoke his inner thoughts. Which I get that because I have that problem all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I have my shut up juice.
Although it does seem
It's
to
the
make you
opposite
talk a
day
lot
in my
more.
world. Every day.
I don't know how Bob Saget raised a family in San Francisco. That's a Full House joke. Michigan Craig asks on Twitter, what cryptids do you think would unexpectedly hit it off and produce an unillicit, unholy
I got it.
child? An illicit, unholy child.
I got it.
Cryptid love. What do we got here?
I got one too.
Okay.
And the Jersey Devil could actually be really good rules.
Oh.
Because in my head, honestly, Jersey Devil got an office job, trying to get his shit together, trying to go around. I'm saying he's starting wearing a suit,
Sure.
trying to go legit. Chupacabra showing up, living with 3 different women. All he does is just like, I don't need to pay rent. All I need to do is eat pussy. And like they just kind of clash. But at the same time, they are both like in a symbiotic relationship because they need to pay rent.
Yeah, kind of wild stuff there.
Yeah.
Marcus, what do you got?
I say Mothman and Bigfoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
but now the Mothman is flying around and the Bigfoot's on the ground. Don't you think that's going to lead to a little distance in the relationship?
Put Paul
Opposites
Abdul
attract, my
and the
friend.
cat, which we talked about on Roundtable this week.
We're not going to get into it. Yeah, because America wasn't ready for a black dude and Paul Abdul to be together, so they made it a cartoon cat.
No.
Because that's how racist
It's
America
not. It was
is.
the- it was the cross.
Was.
No, it's because they
was
wanted
for
to get
kids.
they wanted to get
It was for
children to
kids.
watch a Paula Abdul
MC
video.
Scat Cat, number one, Scat Cat. Think about it. Okay, we know what Hollywood's up to. Dookie from heaven. All right, got it. Also, they couldn't have a rapper
No, they had
appear
plenty of.
with
They had
Paul
plenty-
Abdul. They made it a
no,
cartoon
it's
cat.
about. Paula Abdul wanted to
You're not
fuck a
woke.
giant cat, but it wasn't ready to come out that she is a furry. She wishes that she could get somebody in a fucking Des Moines La Quinta dressed as a fox to eat her out. But so instead, she faked that and started dating who? What's his name? Emilio Estevez.
Who? Oh,
Yeah.
well, that'll work. That was during when he was making Men at Work, which was great. Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Our good friend Danny Tamborelli worked on that. He was on the last episode of Roundtable as well. Classic stuff. Let's see here. Out of all the cryptids, maybe the what's the one that washed up on the
Montauk
shore there? Is
Monster.
that the Jersey Devil?
The Montauk, you're talking about the Montauk Monster.
because
Yeah.
you know he's got a job. It is in garbage, but he is working hard. And then maybe just a shrimp. And I think
What I
that's
was
kind of
just
a
thinking about
cryptid in
with
its own
Mothman
right.
Bigfoot is I was watching Planet Earth 2, and there's a bunch of these birds that hang out. Yeah, dude,
Is
it's
there
the
another Planet
best
Earth?
shit in the world. There's an eagle
fucking
fight
sweet.
in
Well,
it.
didn't they
There's
cover-
a
how did
horse
they
fight.
cover it all in-
It's two horses fighting each other, and it's brutal.
I think I've seen
It looks like two
Horses
Will
are
Chamberlains
intense, man.
fighting each other, all covered in hair. I went and
Oh, my goodness.
Planet 2, he's got these birds that sit on the back of ostriches, and then they'll go and they'll sit on the back of elephants. And what happens is they're all these bugs that hide in the grass, right? And so the ostriches runs through the grass and knocks up all the birds, so it knocks up all the bugs, so the birds on top of them could jump out and get all the bugs. It's a symbiotic relationship. Same thing as Bigfoot could do the same thing to little white people. Like where he walks through crowds, the white people are like, no, 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 no. Mothman comes in, picks them off one by one, and then blows up a bridge. New Osama bin Laden.
Interesting. And maybe some of those bugs aren't bugs. They're little people who were shrunk by their father, who's a scientist, but he's a little, absent-minded. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Great, great movie, by the way. And you can imagine how fun it is to eat a hamburger when you're small. May, this is a question for you, Marcus. Question for Marcus on the stream. Need his expert analysis. Who wins, Dracula versus Frankenstein? Simply you, Marcus. You know about the bloodsuckers.
Dracula versus Frankenstein. I would say honestly, Frankenstein
No,
wins
you
that
idiot.
fight.
Now, why is that?
Yeah, Frankenstein absolutely wins that
Well, no,
fight.
technically,
because
I'm not gonna nerd out here, but Frankenstein is a doctor, not a monster. So Frankenstein versus Dracula, Dracula would just absolutely crush him because Frankenstein's just like, I usually work with needles.
Frankenstein's monster versus Dracula. I say Frankenstein absolutely murders Dracula because Dracula's entire thing is that he is dangerous against the living. Frankenstein, undead.
There's no blood to
Do you
suck
think
out of
Dracula
Frankenstein.
only
It's all
fights
nuts
living
and
people?
bolts.
No, he also has to fight other vampires. All right, vampire is a paranormal. It's an energy-fueled monster. Frankenstein's monster is just a bunch of rotting meat sewed together and made alive by electricity. Dracula. No,
he's got drive.
Dracula has drive that the vampire hasn't lived for thousands of years and doesn't know his way around a bunch of rotting meat parts.
This is the closest I've come to a nerd alert in a very long time. But it was prompted from a fan, so we're not going to do that. Uh-oh, we got the nerd alert. Thank you, Travis. There it is, nerd alert. Joe L says Repo Man, also a great Estevez movie, and indeed Repo Man was a great movie. So that's it. Let's see, should we
Also, Dracula is not going to be able
Can we get
to
the
rip
nerd alert?
in. Dracula is not going to be able to rip in. If you say, I'm going by
Dracula's
your
got
hypothesis,
paranormal
if you're
strength.
saying
Thank
that
you.
it is just rotten meat, if you're saying Frankenstein is just rotten meat, then
paranormal
Dracula's not
strength
going to
is
be
gonna
able
rip
to
apart.
eat
He's
that
just a
rotten
man.
meat.
Frankenstein's just a puzzled together man. Only because he's made out of spare parts. He is not naturally a monster.
So he's not a man.
I mean, it's not all spare parts.
It's all
I mean,
spare
he's a
parts.
gigantic.
Mostly spare parts.
He's most. I mean, he's
Spare parts
He's
is
not all
sitting in
spare
a
parts.
goddamn
They went
tomb for months.
No, he's not spare. He's
give
not
Henry
spare
that one.
parts. He is actually a murderer that the Frankenstein and Igor went and dug up. So this is like a 7-foot tall, strong ass, violent
you
dude
watching-
that is going to be
Wait a
able
second,
to
wait a
catch
second, wait a
Dracula
second.
and rip him
No,
apart.
remember when he took the flower from the little girl? He has feelings. He's too sensitive. Now I have to side with Henry, which you know I hate to do.
I know you do.
Yeah,
think
I mean, that's my
Dracula
problem.
might
It
actually
seems
be
like your
Frankenstein.
point of reference is the failed Robert De Niro vehicle Frankenstein, which I think is probably of all of them the most flawed Frankenstein film. In the true Frankenstein film, he is
Actually-
cobbled together by a bunch of pieces. That's why they have to go rob graves. So he's loose meat.
Right. So he's got like one arm like this and the other arm is
He's
like this.
essentially
Just give me the coffee.
He's essentially a
Just give it-
bigger,
put it in
fatter
this hand.
Coraline.
Actually, my reference is younger Frankenstein. So I'm talking about
That's
Peter
not
Boyle
horror canon.
versus Dracula.
That is satire.
That's young Frankenstein. That's not, that doesn't count. D.A. Rowley says you have 15 seconds to address the nation. What would you say? I would say you are your own God. You are your own deity. You have the ability to do whatever you want to do with your life. You put your mind to it. You put your heart into it, and you will succeed, my friend. I'm not sure if that was 15
You
seconds,
are
but I
your
did
own
just
redeemer.
address
That
the
is
nation.
Satanism at its core.
That's secular humanism. If you don't want to be labeled a weirdo. Right. Should we do another video? Speaking of weirdo, I personally am not quite sure why this stuff exists, but this is ASMR.
It's more ASMR, and it is ASMR. This is a little more aggressive. This is getting out a little bit of aggression. Usually they're pretty calm, but this one's a little more intense.
Hitler was a very, very naughty man.
You can punch and slap a Nazi. You can slap Hitler all you want. But, you know, this sound, again, we can just debate. So this is arousing. So someone right now is into this.
No, this is not a debate. I mean, it's not arousing.
I'm pretty sure that this is how my grandfather... My
Whoa,
grandfather
my
spent a
goodness.
portion of his 50s doing this.
It's like Captain America over here. Didn't Captain America fight Hitler at one point?
I mean, he fought the Nazis.
Yeah, but did he ever get to Hitler?
There was a comic book cover in which he was punching Hitler.
Oh, okay. That's just kind of rude. That's the flick is the meanest way to beat somebody.
This is kind of satisfying.
Punch him harder.
It is a little bit satisfying, I have to say.
Yeah.
Just like treat him like an alt-right schmuck. Just uppercut. Okay. So now this is now he's really getting into it.
This is supposed to make
Oh,
me
my
feel feelings
goodness.
besides joy. Like I'm supposed to feel sensuality from this.
Oh, but did you see Hitler trying to head my back? I saw that. You're gonna duck and weave here. Wow, what a
You're
match.
supposed to feel a tingling in your scalp.
No.
I'm starting to feel a little bit of
I'm
it.
not feeling anything.
I'm feeling a
I
little
feel
bit.
happy that
Slapping a
Hitler's getting
candle.
hit. Oh,
I guess that's true.
That's a good sound.
I guess so.
The chat is
I
pretty split.
suppose. All right, I think we've seen it. Have we seen enough of this? I don't know. What's on the chat?
It doesn't really go anywhere from here.
It never really went anywhere to begin
To a
with.
climax.
There was nowhere it ever went. This is it.
Yeah, there's no.
Well, we can do a call and play this
Yeah.
over.
I
guess,
think-
if
I
you
think
want.
it's,
Oh, no, there's another person involved in it. Let's do a phone call.
How long? Yeah, let's do a phone call. Hello.
Hello,
How
hi.
are you?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Thanks so much for calling in. How you
Good.
doing?
Okay,
What's going
so
on?
I have a comment here. Have you guys read the Dracula the novel? Because he can turn into a wolf in the novel, the original Bram
He's
Stoker
an
novel.
incredibly
and a wolf,
powerful supernatural creature.
a supernatural wolf versus a Frankenstein.
Bullshit.
There's no comparison. He can tear him apart.
Frankenstein's just food to a wolf.
No, absolutely not. I think
Yeah.
Frankenstein would be quick enough to grab a wolf by the jaws and rip it open.
No.
I'm so sorry.
He can
What's your
also turn
name?
into just smoke and steam.
Yeah.
He can turn into a fog.
He's a
and then he can just float
supernatural
out of his breath.
Frankenstein?
He's a fucking
We're talking a
super
creature
villain.
that can turn between gas and wolf. Like, those are two different states. That can flip through.
Well, you know what we did learn, though? I will have to... If you look at what happened with Jason versus Freddy, the thing about Frankenstein is he keeps going.
Brute
So
strength.
I could see Dracula just, being like,
Frankenstein has
I
blood.
want to go back
Frankenstein
to
has
my nice
blood.
bed.
You gotta address that part.
Yeah, and by the way, Dracula never actually fought anybody of any substance. All he did was
Frankenstein's
attack
afraid of
young
fire.
girls.
Well,
Frankenstein-
they don't have substance for it?
No.
And the young girls are the strongest people in the
Frankenstein capable of being
world.
hypnotized?
Yes.
Is Frankenstein capable of being hypnotized? He's always
He's too
hypnotized.
stupid.
I think he's too dumb.
He's too stupid to
Smart.
fight against Dracula.
He can read. He can talk to people. He is very capable. He has a big heart. I think he's capable of being hypnotized.
No. He is barely above
All right.
Forrest Gump. All right. He is essentially an R-worded, big-footed, dumb-faced man versus Dracula, who is both a diplomat, a lord of a
You're
manor.
one of the villagers who would get murdered.
He is a lord of a manor,
Diplomat.
right?
Well, now I'm back with
he has
Marcus.
a title of aristocracy. He is also a supernatural creature that can turn into fucking wisps.
He's a
Yeah,
stinky
yeah,
weird kid
you-
who took over his parents' castle. He's the dumb candidate.
Yeah, you know who Dracula is? Dracula is the 1%. Frankenstein's monster
And
is
guess
the
who
monster
wins
of the
every
working
time?
man.
Against TPP,
Guess
he
who
wants to
wins every time?
renegotiate
You out of
NAFTA.
here running
Absolutely.
the whole fucking show. All right, that's what it comes down to. It's like you get that 1%
Well, I'll tell you one
wins.
thing.
Unfortunately, the 1%
That is the
always
world we live
wins.
in.
All right, thank you so much for calling in and giving your perspective on this very important issue. Troy Candy actually wins in my. Thank you so
The
much for
chat
calling
is
in.
also
Thank you very
goodbye,
much.
goodbye. The chat is very.
Troy Candy
chat
says,
is
"I
very
think."
divided.
Oh yeah, say it.
Very divided? Okay, so there's on Frankenstein's side
Yes.
and on Dracula's side?
Well, let's see the differences in Frankenstein. I mean, are we talking Boris Karloff? Is that his
Karloff.
name? Karloff. Or what's the name of the old fart
His
who
name was
played
like
Dracula?
Ronald Bringers?
Bela Lugosi.
Yes. Oh, let's look at this political ad
It
here.
was
This is
Bela
powerful
Lugosi.
stuff. It looks
Yes.
Frankenstein.
But
I like
also
Frankenstein.
Bela Lugosi, of
There you
course,
go.
And Christopher Lee, who was also fantastic. Also,
I mean,
you
everybody's
fucking
played.
idiots.
Gary Oldman
No,
also
Gary
played
Oldman
Dracula.
played him.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary
That's why he's
Oldman.
an old guy.
Yeah, but what about Herman Up? Let's bring in
Herman
Herman Munster into this.
Well,
He's
Herman
also
Munster- no one beats Herman
Grandpa
Munster.
was
He's a
far
father.
more entertaining than Herman Munster by far.
No, he's more entertaining, but
absolutely not.
Herman
I
Munster
prefer
would beat Grandpa.
Yeah, Herman Munster would beat Grandpa
turns
to
into a
death
bat.
in a second. When did you
does
ever
it.
see Grandpa turn into a bat?
Troy Candy on Twitter says, I think it's safe to say Kelsey Grammer would beat both Dracula and Frankenstein, and I believe that's
True.
absolutely correct. Kelsey
The
Grammer
problem-
is
the
the best
problem is
cryptid
that
around.
Alcoholism at the very end is a very sad disease, and just he's
not an alcoholic.
We're not getting back into this.
Yeah,
No,
man,
he just-
he's a
no.
well-documented. I think he's. How many times, Travis? How many times has Kelsey Grammer been arrested for
We've
drinking and
already
driving?
done this. Good Lord. Okay, Richard Chase versus Peter
That's
Boyle.
means
Well, that's a
not.
whole
Richard
nother
Chase would
thing.
fucking cut up
Richard
his
Chase
fucking
wins.
Belly. He played with his fucking guts.
I understand, but Peter Boyle would be very funny while it's happening.
He would be extremely funny.
All right, well, let's do another video here. Well, speaking of humor, this guy is the gift that keeps on giving. He's slightly crazier than Randy Quaid and a lot more successful. He's Alex Jones.
Yeah, and we know that Alex Jones is very funny, but what does Alex
Yes.
Jones find funny?
What
That's
does
something
Alex
that we wanted
Jones
for a long
sit in
time.
his house
Honestly,
and
we
someone
should-
just go,
Yeah. Should we do quick phone
Let's
calls to
start with
see
this
what
first,
the audience
and
thinks?
then
Yeah.
find out.
Let-
Yeah, let's do the
Do
video.
you want to do
first.
this, or if maybe someone can guess it?
All right. 42,000 pairs, 6X for the illegal aliens from south of Mexico that bus up on a train every day. To understand, folks, you could wear this. I could wear this as a onesie, okay?
He's about to lose
I
it.
could wear this as a leotard.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
I mean,
He is going crazy. He has got to be drunk.
oh my God. Oh my God. We're being invaded by South American walruses.
Racist, but yet
The government is shipping in 42,000 people.
a phone call away from the President of the United States.
This country is so screwed up, man.
Is he on uppers and
I'm
poppers for
sorry,
the first time?
I don't mean to laugh, but it's reaching a proportion.
Honestly,
if you're a radio
it's very-
listener, you can't see him.
And the funny thing is, that this is an actual ad that he put out. This wasn't
Oh my
a cut
God,
from
look
someone
at
who was
this.
making fun of him.
It is very
He
funny.
loves this clip.
Big underwear is fun.
Oh God! I don't think I've ever laughed this hard on air. Oh my God! I mean, it's so ridiculous.
It's such... What makes Alex Jones laugh? Big underwear.
I have done
Who
the
knew?
same exact. I have bought big underwear. I was,
It is kind of funny. But then he puts it under the guise of immigration reform, and I'm totally confused.
Did you know there are 42,000 illegal immigrants being shipped up by the government from South America every single day, and they're all wearing underwear that
How are they
size?
Yes,
hiding?
the big underwear.
How are they
Ben
hiding
Kissel size undies. In the underwear.
You have not noticed 42,000 people arriving a day
You know
wearing
what it is?
6X
That
underwear?
Humpty Dumpty commercial where they got that Humpty Dumpty around, like they're all coming in cosplaying.
Yeah.
As the Humpty Dumpty with the cosplay like nation again. Hi Noel, hi Danielle that helped us in Salt Lake City. The cosplay nation is getting bigger and bigger. More and
yes.
more fat people from South America dressing up as Humpty Dumpty, get in here, taking our jobs, beating our children.
As Humpty Dumpty jobs, are there a lot of Humpty Dumpty jobs that aren't being filled?
Oh no, we've got Dumpty jobs. We've got Robotnik jobs. There are tons of jobs that a 6X man can fill.
We did see a lot of. I love the Comic-Con. I love the Harley Quinns and the Jokers. They were great.
I got a little Kelsey Grammer info here.
All right, thank you, Travis.
Kelsey Grammer, not to besmirch the man's name, has been arrested twice, once in 1988 and once in 1990 for drunk driving and cocaine possession.
That was a 2-year stint. We already covered that. It's fine. We're rehashing that stuff. D.A. Rowley says Alex Jones and Jackie Zabrowski have the same laugh. And I can kind of see that. It's similar chuckle. I think Jackie might laugh at large underwear like that.
We all would.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It is funny.
I mean, if we had gigantic underwear right now, if I was holding up a pair of 6X underwear,
I would say, hey, were you in my drawer?
Well, so someone just actually Gucci Chuck Tees, which reminds me, nobody ever explicitly said that Humpty Dumpty had to be an egg.
No, they never did.
that is true. That is true. That
made
came
him
from illustrations.
Isn't that wild? Yes, isn't that wild?
They made their own reality.
Huh. All right. Well, let's do a call. What would you have liked to see Humpty Dumpty be as opposed
Hi,
to an
welcome
egg?
to Last Stream on the Left. Have you ever had a sexual fantasy about Humpty Dumpty?
Well, you definitely made it about sex.
I'm sorry.
Did you ever see Goop? Gwyneth Paltrow's website was selling eggs that women were supposed to insert into their bodies, and then doctors were like, "Don't do that. It's a breeding ground for bacteria."
They're very bad. You should not be putting goop eggs in your
say
vagina.
that they dissolve.
not.
They
And
say
take it
that
from
they
us,
dissolve,
3
but they
huge
do
guys.
not dissolve. All right, they just sit in there and they eventually leak out.
I don't think they're supposed to dissolve. Anyway.
Oh, no. The eggs that they're talking about are stone eggs of some sort.
Well, I just can't wait until we all have daughters.
Very porous.
And we're gonna let her. Don't put.
I'm
the
going
eggs
to
in-
teach my daughter everything that she needs to know about being a woman.
That'll be a good experience for her. What's up? What's your name?
Anna.
Thank you for calling in, Anna. Do you have a question? It does not have to. You do not have to answer anything that Henry asks.
Okay, I'm actually kind of curious. Have any of you guys been to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios?
Many times.
Either Orlando, Hollywood, or overseas?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Let me just do a white trash check.
I have done all of them. I've done everything. As many as I can get to. I love Halloween Horror Nights. That what you got to do is pay for the get in early option. There's like a thing that you can do. There's like a ticket option where you can get in and they let you in the park like an hour before everybody else, so you can get to the back where you get all the haunt houses first, right? But the thing is,
I've seen YouTube videos about that.
It's the best. So the problem is they slowly let the line in. Like they have like a weird sort of cord in front of you, and they like take it back 6 feet, and then they take it back, and then the whole crowd pushes forward, and then they release you, and then it's like a crazy run down all these escalators.
So much fun.
It's awesome. It's awesome. But people fall down. It is very
Is it
scary.
actually
'cause people
scary,
fall down
though?
and get hurt. Yeah.
It is scary.
But I
it's like a Michael Jackson
I kind of
concert.
I have a knee-jerk reaction to anybody touching me. So it's like when a guy like grabs me, I grab him by his hand, or I like fucking I fist palm him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Cut to him in the fetal position, just covered in sweat, weeping. I think that's.
How many times do you get punched out in
I
Bushwick?
got physically beaten in the street 4 times.
Wow.
I have post-traumatic stress disorder from being literally beaten in the street.
Well, that is not right what they did to you.
No, it's
so it's highly recommended by Henry Zabrowski. He is an amusement park aficionado. So if you get a chance, I say check it out.
Thank you. I'll
Also,
try that.
Not Scary Farm is really good too. If you're in California, go to Not Scary Farm. It's really good. Eat some edibles and then go. And then bring like a bunch of people. Like the best way to do it is with a lot of people. Like I went with Jackie, my sister, and the best part about that is that Jackie got most of the attention. So I'd like push her forward, and then all the ghouls would jump on Jackie, and I would just get to watch it.
Wait,
It's always good to have a buddy with
sacrificed
you
your
when you're in
sister so
somewhere
you wouldn't get
scary.
scared?
Except I went with my dad one time. It was just me and my dad. My dad is like, any one of these fucking pieces of shit tries to touch me. And he was ready to fight people. And so like some guy's like, you wolf man? Like he would just ask people and be like, you got a crazy mascot, huh? You some kind of fucking serial killer? I was a cop for 35 years. And it's like no one did anything. We had no fun.
Sir, I am just a struggling actor.
Yeah, struggling
I'm
actor.
not really a wolf man, sir.
You gay?
No, sir, I
You gotta make that choice, okay?
Yet, sir. But
It was
thank
great
you.
talking to you guys. Oops.
Good
Anyway.
talking to you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Good phone call. You're the best. Let's see. Can you guys make a reading/watch list? I don't know.
It's just too much.
It's a lot. Just go to just read and watch whatever you want to
Yeah,
do.
just listen to the episode. And at the beginning of every episode, I always give sources to make your own list.
Government knows where you are.
Actually, there is a Goodreads. You can go on Goodreads, and there's somebody that has made a running list of all the stuff that we've cited on the show. So go check that out.
Check that out. And speaking of government, this next clip is really going to inspire our young enthusiasts for acting.
Yes.
Believe it or not, Ted Cruz isn't just a blood-sucking politician who wants to destroy the country. He's also a failed thespian.
We were talking a little before. True that you wanted to be an actor growing up.
Yeah. You know, when I was in high school, I was the president of the drama club in high school and did a number of shows in high school. Loved acting and theater. My favorite movie is The Princess Bride. You know, one of my favorite scenes is when they bring in Wesley, the Dread Pirate Roberts, Miracle Max.
Right.
And he's dead.
Right.
And Miracle Max says, you know, he's only mostly dead.
Right.
And he says, you know,
Right.
he asked Inigo Montoya, what is it that you know, and he says, so, what is it you have that's so worth living for?
Great acting.
Wesley goes, true love.
See, that Dracula could beat
There's nothing more worthwhile than that. Except a nice mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
Go check out YouTube user Todd Dracula. That's like my favorite video on the internet right now. I fucking love it. And by the way, I think Ted Cruz could possibly defeat
Ted Cruz
Frankenstein's
Dracula
monster.
Only because he's the power of the U.S. government.
Yeah. Well, he's a fucking goblin. Goblins always beat Draculas.
Well,
do they really?
Mm.
But goblins work for Draculas.
No. Goblins are part of a whole different subset.
Well, that's what Alex Jones talks about the goblins quite regularly.
Possibly ETs, I know for a fact that ETs can definitely beat a vampire at any time or any dimension.
How do you know that? How can an extraterrestrial beat a vampire or a Dracula? You're not even drinking anything. You're gonna suck out. I think we have to have a conversation.
Problem. I have a solution.
Oh my goodness. Well, very sincere says on Twitter, Henry was right. A machine superintelligence from the future travels back through time, masquerading as God while creating itself.
He is
Don't know
right.
what
I
that
am
means,
right.
and I don't know when you said that.
I was like,
creating itself.
A machine superintelligence from the future travels back through time, masquerading as God while creating itself. What?
I am right.
So
I'm right.
What are you right about?
I don't know what the hell you said.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't know what that is.
I want to think pizza party.
You're thinking too much, but also you're thinking too little.
That don't make no sense. Then that's just thinking.
We want to thank Pizza Party for
Pizza
some wonderful
Party.
T-shirts.
This shirt's great, and it was just my size, and my hand is bigger than the Terminator's.
Yeah, I got an awesome witch shirt, and Henry got a shirt with Slimer on it that says "I ain't afraid of no butts."
I've seen in a while. Also, I got a gigantic alien piece, a gigantic bong. It's great.
Very good, Henry. Great conversation starter and ender. All right, let's go to the phones. Who do we got calling in? Feel free to give us your name, your address, any information you want to give us, social security.
Thank you for calling
anything like
last stream on the left. Tell me, where do you live?
No sexual question. Technically okay. Hey, what's up? Thanks so much for calling in.
Yeah, where do you live?
Sorry, what?
Where do you live?
Where do you
I
live?
don't think she knows she's calling
No,
in.
I know. Sorry, couldn't hear you.
Oh, that's okay.
Maggie?
What's your name? Hey, Maggie. How are you?
Hi, Maggie.
Do you have a question? You do not
Where
have
do
to
you
tell
live?
anyone where you live.
Where do you live?
Wisconsin.
Just any other.
Congratulations.
Hey! I love what I'm from Stevens Point. Where are you at?
About, what, 2 hours away from Stevens Point?
What is your street address?
Hey!
Well, you see, it's just about 2 hours that way. Give it a minute. Yeah.
Very powerful. Okay, so what do you need? Do you have a question, or do you want us to get you an Uber pool?
Yeah, of course. But we were actually wondering, has Henry ever been raped by Bigfoot?
No.
Oh, tables have
No, I never.
turned.
You know.
Seems like there's some hidden pain there.
Thank you for the question. That's good.
I've
Ravaged
never
by a
seen
Bigfoot.
one.
Okay.
I've seen pictures of one. I have an official Bigfoot foot cast in my house now, from Salt Lake Comic Con. Yeah.
It was. Yes, this is a funny story. He got the cast. The man. It was very nice. Very
Extremely
nice.
nice.
Awesome
I wish I remembered what they were called. Bigfoot Encounters or something like that.
I have a T-shirt. I'll find it. But the guy was like, "Oh,
one
it's a
of
good
a
thing you
kind.
bought this.
And
This
he got
is
it
the
for
last
he
one."
said
And
that he
as
took the cast from a cast of a Bigfoot marking from the Blue Hills in 1996, and it was the last one he had. I bought it, $45. It was on sale. I left with it. As I turned around, he was putting another one back in its place.
it's almost like it was all
I
a lie.
think he's working some kind of scheme to be profitable. Call me crazy.
Absolutely, we can't
It's
disagree
true.
with anything you just said. But you know what? We will be in Milwaukee coming up pretty soon, in Wisconsin, one of these months.
Yeah,
sometime this year.
We're working on a July date for Milwaukee.
So we can't wait to see you there. Come on down. That's my old stomping grounds. I went to school there, and we are going to have a good time on
It's
on
a
the
good
old
time.
streets
I
there on the
actually went
east
to a
side
restaurant
of
and that was chosen by Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
All right, thanks so much for calling
Guy
in.
Fieri. His
Yeah,
name is Guy
Fieri.
Fieri.
I love
He
Guy.
changed it to Fieri to sound Italian when he opened. Yes,
No,
he did.
did not
when
change
he
it
opened
to
Johnny Garlic's in Long Beach,
No.
California.
Henry, you dump shit.
Fieri.
He's always been Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
That's just how they pronounce
It's not
it.
classic
It's
Italian.
classic Italian.
This is classic
He went
Italian.
to UCLA.
Fieri.
Oh no, he went to UNLV. He went to UNLV. I don't think they lie there. They're rebels.
Fieri.
Yes. Very smart man. All right. Let's see here. Getting drunk at a local Mexican restaurant, watching the live stream. Love you guys. So great. Thank you, Alexandra Brown. Thank you, Alexandra.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. We have time for one more call, and then we'll play our final video.
The chat
All right,
is also
that
bringing
sounds
up the
good to
time that
me.
You jerked off to RuPaul Bencus. So just
A decision I do not regret.
Hello.
Hi, how are
good.
you?
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for calling in. We're all good. What's
Not
going on?
much. I'm just watching the stream. Been trying to call a million times.
Do something. Let's go. Tell us a
Well,
secret.
now you're through.
A secret? I don't know. I don't know, man.
You're anonymous.
What?
This is it. Big shot, big chance. Anything you want to say to the
pumped.
world?
Am I on? What's going on? I don't know.
Have you ever made love to a Bigfoot
don't
or a
know.
large person?
Definitely a large person.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yes.
That's great. Well, thanks for calling in. Where and what state you
Texas.
calling in
I'm
from?
in Austin. Super pumped.
All right, we'll be in
fuck yeah.
Texas very soon. Are you going
yeah.
to come to
Yes,
the live
dude,
show?
I'm going to both of them actually.
Fuck yeah.
Super pumped.
So
I love
you got
Yes,
a question for us?
So my first question is, are the Cowmen coming to Austin? I mean, the live music capital of the world. Are they coming?
Are the
the
cowmen
cowmen.
coming? Unfortunately, the cowmen can't come
They
to the
don't
show.
let Holden on planes.
The cowmen is the band in which I play drums. Go to the cowmen.bandcamp.com to go listen to our music, or just search for us on Spotify. The
All right.
Cowmen.
Last caller, last question. Do you have a
Cowmen
second
are
follow
awesome,
up?
by the way. Second question, are y'all going to do another
Thank you.
911 episode?
Perchance. The problem is finding 911 calls that are
yeah.
entertaining.
in my version of entertaining. I mean, honestly, the 911 calls, that's a tightrope.
That's a very
to say the least.
It's a very tight
We
rope.
don't want to celebrate the demise of individuals,
Yeah.
but what a profession
Like,
it is.
I get it, but man, those are some of the best episodes. I love them.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for calling.
Thank
We'll talk
you.
about it
Thanks,
in
guys.
Austin.
I can't wait to see y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.
You too.
But yeah, you do.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, the final video, this is music at its best.
Travis, could you make sure that we get the name of this recording group, this wonderful band of musicians that has come together to bring us
I don't care
one of
what
the best
anybody
songs
says,
I've
right?
heard
I love
in I don't know
music.
how long.
I like what music does to my knees and my feet. And this song does what I like it does to my knees.
I think everyone
I'm
likes
just
mu-
saying it's
everyone
kind
likes
of a
music.
different thing for me. It's kind
Some
of
people
weird
don't
to say,
care
but
for
I
it.
like music. It's just kind of weird.
Okay.
It's like a thing that
I
I'm
like that.
into. I'm into music. I'm weird.
Just you.
And for their debut on Last Stream on the Left, this is Skeleton X.
Ooh,
Skeleton
very cool.
X.
All right, we'll be back next week, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Jerk
Tell
off today and make
yourselves,
a wish
everyone.
come true. Hail Satan.
I mean it well, 'cause of you I fell, you pushed me down. I mean it well, I need a ladder, just drop it down. You look at me like I'm a total stranger, but can you see that I'm in real danger? Throw me a rope and please don't let me drown. Hey, such a butterfly, can you look me in the eye and tell me you don't care for me? Hey, such a butterfly, if I'm in disguise, maybe you will cry for me. I'm in a well, I need a rope, just drop it down. I'm in a well, just need some help, please send it down. But not like that, like I'm a total stranger. You're toying with me and I'm in real danger. Not like that, please don't let me drown. Hey, such a butterfly, can you look me in the eye and tell me you don't care for me? Hey, such a butterfly, if I'm in disguise, maybe you will cry for me. Such a butterfly, come back into my life. Say you're gonna be with me. Hey, such a butterfly, gotta make things right. You know I'm gonna fight for you. Hey, such a butterfly, look at me in the eye. Tell me you do care for me. Hey, such a butterfly, I don't need to die. Say you're gonna live with me, my little butterfly.